guys, welcome back to our channel. As you can tell by the title of the video, you already know what this video is about. And yes, it's just another sit down video with me, and Tay's not here. So, but if you clicked on the video, you're obviously interested. And yes, recently I've been getting a lot of DMs on my Instagram from you guys asking what it's like to be a military spouse, questions just regarding the military and being a spouse or a significant other of someone being in the military. And then yes, Tay has gotten questions too, and we want to do like a Q&A video so she can answer like military specific questions. But for this video, it's just going to be my perspective as a military spouse and answering some of the questions that you guys had. So just starting off at like the most basic question and like the most common question that I've gotten is, what is it like being a military spouse, and is it hard, stuff like that. And honestly, it's hard for me to answer this because every job in the military and every branch of the military is going to be completely different. So I can only speak for Tay's job and being a military spouse to Tay and her job, if that makes sense. So she works as a security force member, and we are stationed in Wyoming. You already know that. And here at this base, she has a job that needs 100% manning all the time. So because of that, she is not likely, there's still a chance, but she's not likely to deploy to like overseas or whatever. So thankfully, the few years that we've been here and that she's been in the military, I haven't had to experience her being deployed. And I know that's really like, when a lot of people think of the military, that's what they think of is being deployed and fighting in a war and stuff like that. But thankfully, I've been grateful that she has not deployed, and I know she wants to experience a deployment, and if we ever move bases, she probably will get deployed. But as of now, I haven't had to experience that. Another question that I got a couple of different times, is it hard being a military spouse? And honestly, no, it is not. Every member in the military has a specific job, and each job has different requirements. But overall, it's basically just like having any other job. The only thing different is that being in the military and with Tay's job, there is no set schedule. She might have to work weekends, she might not. She may be home at 4 o'clock one day, at 10 o'clock the next day. So the scheduling, like there is no set time like, oh, I'll be home at 4 o'clock tonight. No, like that's like the hardest thing, is just her working long hours and never knowing what time she'll be home. But that comes along with many other jobs that aren't specific to the military. So I guess that's not an issue. However, she did, when we first moved here, she had a job where she had to leave for 4 days, and then she'd come home for 3 days, leave for another 4 days, and back and forth for about 2 years. So that was really hard because she was gone literally half of the year and I didn't get to see her. But other than that, being a military spouse is not hard. It's just you have to know and understand that there's going to be a lot of time away from each other, and I knew that coming into it. And you have to know and be aware and accept the fact that there is a chance of deployment, and deployments range from 6 months to a year or longer depending on the situation or the location. So, and then along with that, I would say the only like hard part is that there are days that are really stressful and really long. Like this past week, she worked 12-hour shifts every single day and then got called in to work on the weekend. So she had no days off. And so it becomes very stressful for her. And therefore, when she comes home and she's stressed and she's tired. So I would say being like a big supporter, not that it's hard, but that's like a big thing that comes with being a military spouse, is you have to be supportive. You have to understand that their days are long and very stressful. And just being there for her is like one of I like to say, one of my jobs. And not that it's a job, not that I have to do it, but like that's what I want to be. I want to be her supporter, and I support her 100% throughout this whole military career, however long she decides to stay in or whatnot. But and I know she does want to deploy, and I support that. She wants that. So just being biggest supporter, not that it's hard, but I would say is the biggest part of being a military spouse. Yeah, those are really the only questions that I've gotten, and I just wanted to sit down and address it for you guys rather than reply a whole long message individually. So I hope that answered your guys' questions. You know who you are if you ask them. And if you guys have any other questions, honestly, feel free to message one of us on Instagram. I'll put both of our Instagrams down below. Just send us a DM and say, hey, we're from YouTube and we have a couple questions. Or yeah, I think that'd probably be the easiest way for now. And we plan on doing a sit-down Q&A and answering a bunch of questions that you guys have. So just feel free to ask us at any time and we will address them in an upcoming video. So that is all. I know this is a short and sweet video, but I just wanted to address the questions. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.